Imagine working in 100+ degree weather, go to a Starbucks, make a delivery, and they refuse to give you a cup of damn water. You're $1 billion company. You have water. You should not create a policy to not give folk water.
So apparently Starbucks has a new policy where only paying customers can have a cup of water. Yeah, it doesn't really sound like that big of a deal, but I have to tell you, it is starting to bite them right in the butt. Because Starbucks is starting to get some really bad press about a few circumstances where them refusing water to people in the heat of the summer is just starting to make them look like they have no human decency. Of course, every company has reasons why they come up with these kind of policies. And I have seen people talking on social media about how one of the reasons why they stopped doing this was because there was a lot of homeless people just becoming a nuisance in the buildings, which I think is a load of dog shit, to be completely honest.
When I worked there, I quite literally ran a homeless shelter. It was such a fucking nightmare, and I'm so happy these policies are being instated because the conditions we had to work in and the people we had to deal with were it was so inhumane for being a Starbucks worker.
I don't think that Starbucks was having so much of an issue with homeless people trying to get ice water as it was maybe them trying to save the money on cups. But there was one really big story recently in the news that Starbucks is starting to get a lot of backlash for. It's a situation where their postal service worker who they see en route every single day, this woman comes in and delivers their mail to them. She asked for a cup of ice water because her cooler no longer had bottled water in it. And so she just simply asked the employees at Starbucks if she could have a glass of ice water because it was over 100 degrees that day. And I mean, come on, she sees them all the time, right? She probably delivered mail to them on that very day. And she was met with a, sorry, that's against our policy now. And the whole story blew up.
So here's what really happened on the viral Starbucks video. It was really hot outside and I was delivering a package to Starbucks. I had already finished the water that I pack every day in my cooler. Yes, I do bring a cooler for everyone who is saying you might as well pack a cooler, bring your own water. I do all that. I come prepared every day. But this day I happened to run out. I'm human. So I'm in there, I'm delivering the package, and I'm just like, hey, can I have a small cup of ice water? She tells me after I buy something, first she can give me the water, but she couldn't just give me the water. And I just wanted to say, I'm not here complaining. I don't feel entitled to anything.
Nobody thinks that you're entitled. It's a cup of freaking ice water. Like, it's a cup of ice water. That's not entitlement. That's, I'm delivering your mail. Hey, while I'm in here, can you give me a cup of ice water? It's 100 degrees outside. Hi, see you guys every day. I'm bringing your mail. This is my regular route. This is like a common sense human decency thing to do. Nobody thought she was being entitled. At least I didn't.
Bought a bottle of water. But again, I am human. I show up every day in extreme heat in my uniform in a truck with no AC. I love my job, I love my customers, and I love my route. But that doesn't mean that I don't have bad days. To everyone who's saying, well, come prepared, bring your own water, nobody owes you anything. I come prepared every day, I always do. But some days I run out. That doesn't make me irresponsible, it makes me human. It's not even about the free water. It's about just basic human kindness. That's all. I'm just asked to be seen like as a human being. I'm not complaining, I'm sharing. And if one video about me asking for a cup of water bothers you that much, you should really ask yourself why.
So that's the thing too. She was also met with a lot of criticism when she put Starbucks on blast for this because people thought she was acting entitled. She was absolutely not being entitled. It's silly. I mean, to me, it's silly. Yes, I understand. Someone who's just like fresh off the street, walking in, wanting a cup of water. Okay, it's policy. But this is your mail carrier. This is somebody you see every single day. You're not going to give them a freaking glass of ice water? I don't understand it.
Imagine working in 100+ degree weather, go to a Starbucks, make a delivery, and they refuse to give you a cup of damn water. Put it up full mass. This is going to be an interesting story because typically you and I would believe, hey, that's Starbucks. Simple, easy, not so much. Put up the picture full mass. This is, to me, an element of humanity versus corporate insanity. If you have water, you're $1 billion company, you have water, you should not create a policy to not give folk water. It's water. The individual who's working there is simply following corporate demand. I will explain that. So we have the details. So earlier this year, Starbucks changed its open door policy. Many people did not know this. They changed their open door policy to require all customers to make a purchase to use the bathroom or receive a complimentary cup of water. After delivering a package in the scorching heat, the postal worker asked for a cup of water, but the barista told her she must make a purchase first. The postal worker bought a bottled water.
Right before that situation happened, there was another situation that caused an uproar on social media when a mother who was walking by a Starbucks realized she was out of water and she needed some warm water to make a bottle of formula for her baby. All she wanted was some warm water to make a bottle for her baby, and she was told no.
I walk on over to the Starbucks. I forgot some hot water at home, so I figured, hey, I'll grab some at Starbucks so I can make her bottle. I walk over, I'm like, hey, I brought my bottle and everything so you can see that it's obviously for the baby. I'm like, hey, can I just get some warm water? I need to make a bottle for my baby. And she's like, oh, of course, after you make a purchase. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? She said, yeah, you have to make a purchase to get water. I'm like, no, I just need it for my baby. I just need some hot water. She's like, yeah, you have to make a purchase. I said, since when? She said 4 months ago, apparently Starbucks changed their policy or something, and they don't give out water. Okay, I understand if I'm over here trying to order like 4 venti waters or something, I don't know, whatever. This is like 4 ounces of water for a child's bottle, and you can't give that to me? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, Starbucks? Please answer yourself, because this is just unnecessary and ridiculous. Water's a basic human right, and you can't give it to me. And I'm bringing my own bottle. You guys pride yourselves on the fact that, hey, if you bring your own bottle, we'll give you 10 cents off or whatever. You can't even give me water into my own bottle for a baby's formula bottle mix? What do you have to say for yourselves? And moms, what would you do in this situation? Because I was absolutely dumbfounded.
I honestly don't know what I would do. That blows my freaking mind. All this mother wants is some hot water to make a bottle for her baby. This is a whole new level of corporate policy. I want to know the real reason. I want to know the real reason why they're claiming that this is their new policy now and why they cannot give employees the ability to make an exception every once in a while. It seems like there's no exceptions to be made. Maybe the employees are worried about getting fired if they make an exception and give somebody water. It's freaking wild to me.
So Starbucks has dropped the new worst policy. You can no longer get water unless you purchase a beverage before. In order to get this little tiny water cup right here, I had to spend about $6 to $7 just to get it. I had to buy something in the store. And I normally get a latte. So now they took like a fun customer experience, just going in, getting some coffee. Oh, maybe I want some free water? Nope, taken away. Now you have...
I'm pretty sure that it's that way with the pup cups too. You know how they would do the pup cups for the puppies? Apparently, you can no longer get a pup cup without purchase either. So I have to wonder if it has to do with cutting down on the cost of their cups. You know what I mean? Because if you give away a cup of water, there's money. Like, it's not free. Yes, the water and the ice are pennies, right? You give that away for free, but the cup itself is not pennies. The cup itself is a little bit more. The cup with the lid, same thing with the pup cups. I think that they have basically thrown all human decency aside to save a few cents on supplies. That's the way it feels.
So I'm at Starbucks right now, and I go through the drive-thru and I'm like, hey, can I just get a cup of water? And they're like, per our new policy, you have to purchase something to get water. And I'm like, we're here in Arizona where it gets 120 degrees outside, and I thought it was illegal to not offer people water here. And I even told the lady, I was like, I'm pretty sure that's illegal for you guys to do that. And she's like, no, that's our new policy. And I was like, what the? When did that happen?
There's people here that live in Arizona and they say, I've been in Arizona my entire life and I've been told it's illegal my entire life. My entire life is a lie. Arizona cop here, there's no state law requiring them to give you water. It's an urban myth. Just pay for a cup of water. Ma'am, you're wearing a turtleneck. You don't need water. Oh my God. Anyway, so apparently it's not illegal in Arizona to deny somebody water, but I do see lawsuits piling up. And now here's the thing. What if something happens where somebody is in a really bad spot, whether it's someone who is dehydrated and they need a drink of water? Is Starbucks going to be liable if they come in and ask for water and are denied? Like, you have to wonder about this kind of stuff. It seems like a really, really silly policy. But here's the thing, you can't just buy a cup of water. Like, there's a lot of places you can go. Like, I know Sonic, I get drinks at Sonic a lot. It's like 25 cents for a small water. They don't even give you that option at Starbucks. There's no option to buy water unless it's a bottle of water. You don't have the option to pay for 25 cents for a small cup of ice water or 50 cents for a cup of ice water. You have to buy a bottle of water, and you can get a complimentary cup of ice water if you buy something. Just something, anything. You can get a complimentary cup of ice water. I think that Starbucks could squash a lot of this bad press by just simply charging a quarter or 50 cents for a cup of ice water. Like, you don't have to give it away for free with a purchase of a freaking latte, okay? Just charge 25 cents, 50 cents for a cup of ice water. It's really not hard. But I do have a feeling with all of this bad press that Starbucks is getting lately, I have a very strong feeling that there's going to be either another policy change or there will be a way to buy a small cup of ice water for a quarter or something, because there's a lot of people getting really, really pissed off at Starbucks over this whole thing because, I mean, when it comes down to it, it is silly. It really does seem silly, does it not? Am I alone in my thoughts here? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, videos like it, make sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, do all that jazz, and I will see you guys later.